Welcome back to General Manager Mode SCR 2008. I am your host, Attack Slug, and yesterday, turning that corner, hit rock bottom and climbed back up in the ratings. Finally, let's check on our roster at the moment. Let us see who is perhaps the most fatigued. MVP, John Cena, JTG, Shad. Where's Edge? Where is... Alright, Edge is still in the 4, so yes, we have got a lot of guys here in the 4. That means we gotta ease up on our hardcore matches to not incur any injuries, even though Edge got hurt yesterday in that matchup, and that's not cool. So, like, Slug and Sandman can get hardcore, but pretty much nobody else. Pretty much nobody else. Austin, yeah, alright, sure, but still, him and his neck is not... You're worried, man. Meanwhile, John Cena is now unsatisfied, even though he is the new World Heavyweight Champion. He literally injured Edge yesterday and now wants some contract renegotiations. He has 20 weeks remaining. We don't need John Cena leaving, though. That would be a very bad bit of business. So have a 5-week extension at that large price for John Cena. Now he's happy. Now he's happy. Is anybody else in the unsatisfied... Alright, Attack Slug, look. I'm assuming I haven't been booking him. Yes. So now he wants to be scheduled on the show. I can do that. I can make that happen. Me? Damn. That can happen. And Sandman as well, I'm assuming is the same thing. Says, hey, oh, he wants some gold. He wants a title match, a title opportunity on this thing. And I'm like, I mean, I could put him in with Randy and Booker. Like, that could happen. We'll see. Sandman, there are options here. But just Slug wants to be on the show and Sandman wants a title shot. And I'm like, wait, where is Sandman's... Hold on. Where is Sandman's popularity that he thinks he deserves a shot at a title? He's down here at 73. So yeah, I could put him a shot at the mid-card belt. I don't think he's a cruiserweight as such. But also, we got injuries here. And that is minor for Carlito and minor for Edge at 3 weeks. Not cool. We still have our ongoing rivalries that need to be dealt with, and I can work around these restrictions in how things are happening towards the Judgment Day. So, let's go handle our business in Anaheim, California on Raw. And we're going to go to an event and activity. If we're going to book me, then me needs some trophy dates. And yes, this led to me getting hurt after having a bunch of these and then having a hardcore match got me hurt. But look, we need to pop the Attack Slug popularity, who is currently sitting at a fine 56, which is the lowest on this roster. He's been sitting at home doing nothing. So, you know, that needs to happen with that. What was Raw? Raw was 4 stars. They went from 2.5 stars yesterday to 4 stars today. What? Ashley and Mickey, Tori and Melina, Kane and Masters versus Kennedy and Snitsky, Triple H, Jeff Hardy versus Marcus Corvan and Chavo, and Batista versus Rey Mysterio. So, like, is Triple H still the world champion? I couldn't tell you. ECW in West Newbury, home of John Cena. Alright then. But again, we need to bump up the Slugger here because he is at the bottom of the pack and needs to not be at that bottom of the pack. So, let's check on now EC Dubs having their show. It was a 3.5 star show. Once again, competition. Vacant Mark Henry versus Michelle McCool. Ultimate submission match. I can't imagine Taker being happy with that. But Lashley and Finlay versus Kenny and Nitro. Taker and Kelly. Again, I can't imagine Michelle McCool being happy with that. So, you know, they lost to Kali and Matt Hardy. And then HBK and Punk versus Elijah and Candice. Having a match? Sure, fine. We're gonna keep on keeping on with this bit of business for ya boy. And keep on doing this until we hit a reasonable discourse and don't get ourselves reasonably injured, if at all possible. So, we're at, yeah. Alright, we're gonna stop at 3. Slug is no longer the lowest rated on this program in terms of popularity, but still, we got to give Sandman a shot at the title, and then we got to give slug a match on the card or be involved in a match on the card. So perhaps some triple threats happening on this show today, or, you know, we'll see. But that brings us to almost SmackDown, so we're going to say, all right, Slug, how about you go meet those kids and see them sick kids, and don't get your fatigue any higher than it needs to be. Big success! So now, Slugger is at 70. That is some competent mid-card business for that boy. Love to see it. Here we go, SmackDown in West Newbury. Of course, you're going to book John Cena in his hometown as the new champion, but not with Edge, who is currently injured. So, Edge going to be managing who fights John Cena. And it's going to be non-title, because I can't run that risk. Okay, so number one, we had the problem with Helms and Carlito is an issue. So let's change up this bit of business. Let us take down, make it non-title, and then we will make that a triple threat matchup. Actually, no, I'm sorry. If he's hurt, then we're going to hit up a 1-on-2, so normal with manager. And so we will give Carlito a day off. It will be Helms versus Attack Slug, and we will have his manager be Carlito. So a Slug now in the building versus Helms with Carlito in his corner. So that will keep that feud going for those two. And because we have our champion is indeed, I'm pretty sure, Carlito. I can double check on that, but I'm pretty sure he is still your champion of the cruiserweights. Yes, he is. So, not going to defend that being injured. It wouldn't be fair. It's not fair to Carlito. So, alright, back into that. That is our first match of the evening. And then these four can continue being, doing what they're doing here, but we're going to not be a hardcore match. It'll be a regular one-on-one, or a regular 2-on-2 tag team. So, there is that. And they're all at 3 there, so I guess I believe that, I suppose. Stone Cold MVP had the match of the show last time in the parking lots. We're going to get them back into the ring because, again, fatigue sets in. And we don't want anybody getting hurt. Even though, actually, no, I'm sorry. They're at 2 and 3. We can run that risk. It's not 4, right? So we can put these two into another First Blood match, because why not? So that's fine. Just keep our ratings high, you guys. You love to see it. Now, Randy Orton, King Booker, for that U.S. title, we will indeed make that a triple threat matchup. Because the Sandman wants a title. But because we don't want to run the risk of Booker or Randy getting hurt, it will not be a hardcore match. So Sandman at a disadvantage here in this matchup, but getting his title opportunity with these individuals as such. So why is Sandman on there? Alright, because he's in this thing here. So Sandman as a manager, but also Sandman in a matchup on this card. That should hopefully keep him happy for a while and not be angry and want to leave. Now, it is time that we build some hype for the upcoming pay-per-view, which is Judgment Day. That needs to happen. And then also a promo from a... Is there like one for a returning superstar here? Because Attack Slug is back. No, that didn't work. I should have been doing this. Like, why can't I do this now for Carlito and for Edge, who are not currently wrestling? But, okay, look. Let's hype up this match for the title. But the main event will be Sandman working double duty. So John Cena versus Sandman with Edge in his corner should keep that feud going. I'm pretty sure. I'm reasonably positive on that working out. So our card is Helms and Slug with Carlito tag team titles on the line, a pay-per-view hype package, Stone Cold MVP First Blood again, Randy Orton, King Booker, and Sandman with that title on the line, a hype package for John Cena and Edge happening again at some point, but John Cena with Edge in his corner versus Sandman in that main event, because look, Sandman has 0 fatigue, so he can work double duty for one night and then stop complaining about not getting shots at titles. Confirming the card. This might go terribly, terribly wrong after having a good card yesterday, but hey, we're gonna find out, right? Right? Helms and Attack Slug, his return to the ring. What do we have? Attack Slug victorious back in this BS with the help of Carlito. We have this tag team endeavor. What do we have? Back on the Crime Time. They regained those tag team titles. Stone Cold MVP First Blood. Who's gonna bleed? What do we got? Stone Cold wins, beats MVP. Randy Orton, King Booker, Sandman. All I want here is for Sandman to lose and keep this belt in this feud with Booker and Randy Orton. Please, let's find out how this is going to go. It is Randy Orton as champion. Sandman gets pinned, so poor King Booker. But hey, the feud continues, right? Right? Hopefully. Maybe. Anyhow, main event. Sandman, John Cena with Edge in his corner. Let's go. If I had more guys on the roster, it might not be as tricky to book things as they currently are. But again, it is a budget issue. So, Sandman doing his Sandman business with a generic beverage. It is totally not alcoholic, you guys. Definitely not. Totally. They're totally not playing Metallica. Copyright. It's a problem. It's a problem, but no. With the kendo stick is here, but this match is not a hardcore match. So he cannot be hardcore hack, if you will. Not happening. But it's still the Sandman. So we'll see how he does here against John Cena with Edge in his corner. So that is, he's kind of like he is kind of now the third wheel here. Because we had Sandman yesterday in the corner of Cena who absolutely demolished Edge completely in his first victory over Edge. And now we have Edge in the corner of Cena. Is that going to change the structure and the narrative of this bit of business? You were on my side, Sandman, but now I'm fighting you in a match, Sandman. So how's that going to happen? How's that going to work out for these 2 or 3 individuals? But yes, John Cena, we've seen enough of your entrance, so get into the ring. Here we go. Main event, not exactly a big fight feel, but interesting nonetheless. Perhaps a clash of styles here between Sandman and John Cena. But the first strike comes from Sandman. He's the first. Nope, reversed. Oh, I'm sorry. Look, never doubt John Cena. All about that hustle, loyalty, and respect. But Sandman has no respect for any man on this planet. And again, that standing suplex, exhibiting his power, and Sandman reverses. It's tit for tat here. It is, I do it, and then you do it. Back and forth. Evenly matched, as they say. But can Sandman power slam John Cena? Nope. Gets that reversed DDT for his troubles. And what was that? What was that, man? That was terrible. That was terrible. So, will Edge play a factor in this matchup? That is the Rated R question. And hopefully, I've done things correctly, and all the feuds I booked will continue and not get dropped like I botched at that thing last week with the tag team feud. So, they must all be involved. I thought having them as managers would be involved, but no, because it's a tag team feud, it has to be a tag team match. So, I botched that. And I would hope that booking a triple threat means that we have all people who are in the feud in the match, and the feud should continue. Right? Right? Maybe? Look, man. Look, man. All I know is what I know, and a lot of times I don't know nothing. So, that is what it is. I'm learning as such. This was not a game I played back in the day. So, I am definitely learning things in terms of how to run this SmackDown roster and business and build up myself on these things. Down goes Cena. Staggeringly strong suplex from the Sandman. Blocked it. Cena back with a House of Fire. So the fact that Cena totally and thoroughly dominated Edge in that matchup, and now Sandman feeling him a problem, is some interesting AI booking, I think. Because he's getting way more fight than Edge brought yesterday. Will Cena get his attitude adjustment on the... Oh, STF! STF! Locking it in deep. Will Sandman tap? Nope. Boston Crab from Cena, sinking it in deep on Sandman. Will Sandman tap? Nope, he will not. Oh, here it is. 5-knuckle shuffle time. You can't see him. Shake it off. Boom. Now, will we see the FU? Nope. Once again, Cena wants to make Sandman tap. He wants that tap. And I don't know why he's wasting his finisher on that and not just hitting him with that big old attitude thing there. Like, why? Hit that move and then pin him. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. John Cena in the high rent district. All the way to the outside on Sandman, who already had a match tonight. He already had a match, and Cena is just punishing him with those elbows. What is wrong with John Cena? What? Bro. And you got the knees up. You went and said, well, one time too many, John Cena. Are we going to see a count out here for either man? Maybe. Maybe not. Even though it's not a hardcore match, it's getting hardcore. So that's interesting from these two individuals. Interesting. But no. Yes, beat that 10 count. Back in the ring. House of Fire from Sandman. But he is definitely hurt from working 2 matches on this card. Neck breaker to John Cena. And the mounted punches from Sandman. Nope. A headbutt from John Cena. Into the headlock from John Cena. There it is! There it is! That's it. Attitude adjustment. It is over. Sandman gets knocked out. He couldn't pin him. He couldn't tap him out. He knocked him out. And Edge was a non-factor in that matchup. But these two still feuding until Judgment Day. And hopefully Sandman did not get injured from this entire show from working those matches, but we have Regal has an injury, so he is down a quarter for 4 weeks, and Shad has a concussion, and he has out for 1 week. That's not good, man. It's piling up here, man. It's piling up, and it's not good at all. But Slug now wants again to bro, it's all falling apart. What were the ratings for this show? What was what was the actual 3.5? So we're still at 3.5. So that match was 2.5, 3, 4, 3.5, and 4. A 4-star match there with John Cena and Sandman. So that's great, but at the same time, we're heading towards pay-per-view with a whole lot of injuries on our brand, which is not great. So MVP is really, I'm lucky he didn't get hurt. He's at 5. He needs some rest there. But yeah, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4 life, brother. Oh, that's rough. That's real rough. So, who is not happy? Upset is me, because I want a new contract. So, yeah, insulting. Let's give him that 5-week deal for $178K, which is still a lot for me, but okay, sure, I'll pay me, whatever. And also that means that we have, let's sort our injuries here. So Regal, Edge, Carlito, and Shad are banged up, man. They're banged up. So I will find a way around that somehow. It's all minor, so they can still work technically, but I don't want to aggravate these, injuries. That'd be a problem. So there is that. Our current champions, that's fine. What is our... Alright, so yes, that did not drop the rivalries, thankfully. And those are coming to an end here soon. And so we're here. Tomorrow is going to be Judgment Day. So with injuries abound, we have to book Judgment Day. Tune in for that tomorrow. That should be interesting, I guess. What's our... Yeah, this is still from last week, so that's not really going to help me at all. I will see you for a very interesting Wednesday this week for Judgment Day. and then hopefully have things get reset a bit for the next bit of business. I'm Attack Slug. Thanks for watching. More videos right here. I'll see you next time, and I'm out.